guys, today we're here out at Crane Tower. We thought we'd come out and check it out. It's been on our list for a little while. Recently heard that it's going up for sale, so if anyone else does buy it, we'll probably get sort of sealed up again for a little while. So we thought we'd venture out today, bring you guys along. Not the best of weather, but should be a bit of fun at least. You'll lead the way, Slump, mate? Yeah. You lead it up the path. Got a boat. You got a boat. Alright, so we'll have a quick wander around the outside. I'll show you the outside of this micro chain structure over the outside. It was well on point on the pathway that led out into the river. These they're blocked that's sort of sticking out at the moment. Pretty cool that some of the wooden fence is actually still intact.
Yeah, after all these years.
Guessing then that this wooden bit would have formed like a little dot on the outside at high tide, so I was still able to get supplies from out there at low tide, and then supplies from here at high tide. Wind kicks it a bit around in.
I'm glad we didn't go up those stairs.
Yeah. Now I'm literally held on by a couple of bits of metal. Right, so we're up in the fort now. We'll take you for a little wander around. Of course, it was one of the Napoleonic forts, originally built in 1855, as shown by the stone above the door. The tower itself is in two parts. You've got the main circular part that is the fortification itself, and then you've got this part that is the stump we're stood in at the moment. As far as we can tell, this other part would have been sort of like the living accommodations, where the showers, everything else like that would have been. This would have been for the main fortification. But we'll take you in and sort of show you around. Little lookout post with the tank above it.
Fine windows.
Some of the timber door frames are in place. Actually still left. Now this would have been used to get the shells for the guns all the way up to the top. So I would have brought them in, I would have placed them on this slight angle, I would have rolled down, I would have turned the whole mechanism. Now these would have gone up on this side and down on the other, come underneath, picked up the shell that would have been there, lifted it up and carried it all the way to the big guns, the two big guns that are up on the very top floor that we'll work our way up to. To be fair, there's enough left on this that if you actually gave it a good clean up and a bit of an oil, it would actually still work. We'll carry on this way, I suppose, into the fort because that's all blocked off. Now, of course, you can tell it's sort of Napoleonic because of a lot of these ceilings that we see sort of around all the Amherst fortifications, the other Napoleonic forts around. There is still some original wooden work that is still intact, and of course, same with the window frames as well. Now, of course, there is a lower level to this fort. Now, sadly, it is flooded. I didn't bring my waders, and I'm guessing you ain't got your waders in your yours either side. So we can't explore that today. We may come back another day with waders, jump down there, have a little look around there. I don't know if many other the explorers have actually done that yet. For it.
Yeah, certainly we'll be interested to see what's down there.
Yeah, good gig on. We'd like to try and bring the harder bits to the bits that people aren't as keen on getting into, as proved by the oil filled tunnels.
Yeah.
Isn't that that would have been a fireplace underneath the roof up there. Should we turn up to the outside? Here's one minute. Very well, in the way that these roofs done. That's a little balcony, I suppose. We'll look out there. Do you want to phone up?
I should have to do that.
I think you take a run and then you stop.
Yeah. So I've bricked off each section.
Huh?
Like they've bricked off each section going round with the new brickwork.
There's still quite a big circle pipe at the centre.
Now from here onwards beneath us.
It's just so thick, the walls of this ship. And the fact that it hasn't sunk at all, and the fact that it's still standing after this many years, it's just a testament to how well they actually build all this.
Yeah.
There's another little vantage point over the entrance steps. Storage cupboard. Tell you what, it's funny how this is all sectioned off like. You go into one set of rooms from one way and you go into another set from another way.
Once again, section still the old wooden bench.
You can just slide it along and close it off. Have it open. Yeah, then it'll be smooth out. Here's a show of all the graffiti that's all over it, but
Yeah.
here's the main
Covered.
how much is still in. Alright, should we start registering up?
Yeah.
We'll back to the bench.
Walking through these bits feels like you're full Amherst.
It really is. You didn't have the breeze line very tight as much, you think it was. Over to the other side, but could have quite possibly been the living quarters. That's the old water tank that somebody pushed off the roof. You can tell it was a big chunk in the doors and door frames. It was all throughout it all.
This was one of the first faults they got to, the enemy got to on the way.
I think we've got some big big snipes.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure what this room would have been for. I know that, like the other room, there would have been woods that would have laid in these strips slightly raised off the floor, which is in the munitions room. But you've got these extremely ominous looking hooks that are hanging off the walls and off the ceiling. So yeah, I've had an interrogation in this room.
Worry. And the walls as well.
Yeah. A lot of prisoners. And it's crazy how how it's all built. It's all built so different. Like this room here, as you can see, it's sort of left line concrete to sort of reinforce it, whereas the main structure in the middle is those big chunky blocks. And then we see red brick, and you see other types of concrete and
Constantly changed and reinforced over the years.
yeah. And the sort of style of brick has got very much the sort of Amhersty time period brick, and then you go straight to concrete.
Yeah, complete change going down into that tunnel, for instance.
Should we go across the other block? Over there if done?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on then.
I'm gonna leave my bag here though.
I like that.
Yeah.
This would have definitely been either a toilet or a kitchen area with a tiled wall.
Pantry.
I think my man is trying to make some music.
That's a nice view.
Yeah, that's where a searchlight would have been. I'm guessing over there might have been another one.
Yeah. I might go and see them.
That's a good bit of graffiti. I'm getting the pole out.
Oh, I'm sure. Here we go.
Oh yeah, this was actually been the toilet.
Yeah. Nice.
Still got that toilet smell
Does it?
as well. It's like, oh, yeah.
Full guided tour. Nope. It is used as a toilet.
That one hasn't been replaced.
Well.
We'll get to this thing down to the next room. I'm guessing this was in a shower.
Yeah.
Someone's used it as a toilet as well. Pretty cool cracking for the tiles out there.
Yeah. Nice ones. Everyone different. That's some quite nice graffiti. Yeah. Although, now I've actually seen what that is.
But kind of adds a
Yeah.
different meaning to it all.
storage room.
Bit of boiler room. Had a fire there. Heating up hot water.
Yeah.
Going into the tank and then passing around, warming it up a little bit for them during the winter months.
So,
If it tastes like death, then I'd say yeah.
be really careful when you walk in these smaller rooms.
Oh, in every room, man,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Like, the edge of the wall for crying out loud. Door's still in place.
Yeah, one of the only doors I've seen. Solid.
I swear in the distance I could hear the murmurings of a drunken sailor. Really sturdy little frame again. Is this like the Snapchat wall or something for crying out loud?
Looks like it.
But, right, so these would have been some of the munitions stores where they would have kept all the shells for the gun that would have been over there. Now this is where they would have come up. So we saw all that metal work at the bottom. As they would have come up and come over, there would have been, as below, a ramp that would have been here. They would have come up, they would have landed on that, and then just sort of rolled down, and they would have moved them over into the munition stores that are nice. Would have had nice solid doors on to keep all nice and safe. And they would have been, this is the client, the big gun that I would have had up here. Can't remember what calibre it was now. I tried to remember it for the but that would have been sat in the middle. I would have been able to walk it around, aim all the way across any boats coming in. Or anything like that. And then nature always finds a way.
Come back in a few years, isn't it, the whole thing?
Yeah, there's the colour to
Yeah.
be a little bit. And then, of course, to take down to the right, just slightly slowed down, it wouldn't have linked to fire. The range would have been a lot less. Again, I'm not sure of the calibre. Cool. So yeah, around here's the smaller calibre gun. Which would have been mounted in the middle here on the bolts. That's main purpose would have been down the smaller channel, down that side as opposed to the main channel that the big gun would have gone. So it could have got a lot further, but of course it still had the position that it could turn around and back up the big gun on the other side if need be. Well, I suppose we'll have a little climb up there.
Looking forward to getting up there.
It's just quite like a little maze. You've got to nip in this bit, out that bit, around this bit, This bit's attached to that bit, and that bit's above this bit. And we decided to pick a nice windy day to come up on the nice open out the middle of it tower.
Yeah. So it makes it more interesting.
But they put some buttons in.
Nice and secure.
Sweet, feel this whole thing moving. Buddy. Oh, the second door that we come across.
Yeah. Our original one.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That's great, the extra
Yeah.
reinforced parts to it all. I'm guessing, look at
A gun or something sat on there, maybe?
quite
Not really
possibly.
sure.
I suppose, yeah, sort of mounted on top. It would be a machine gun, that would be where the shells would have probably fallen out. I don't even. Yeah, I'd be guessing originally there would have been a floor. If you look, there's a different line there. There, that would have been above this. Now there would have been a big hole that would have been in that floor underneath there. So all the really hot would have fallen out. So we'd have actually been stood a lot higher. So you'd be able to see out perfectly all the way across all of that. So yeah, no, that's the top of the tower. So we're going to sort of head back down now. Fuck me, is it windy? I think the wind's died for a sec. No. So I kept hearing a drunken sailor.
Yeah. Drunk too much.
I think that's it. I'm back at the main gun post. So yeah, so that's the whole of Grain Tower as a full Chatham Medway, built at Napoleonic times 1855. There's quite a bit to it. There's still quite a few bits sort of actually left here, which is really nice to see. Hopefully we'll come back at one point. We'll go down into the sort of theoretical the basement area that's all flooded. Try and bring you guys footage of that as well. We'll sort of link that to this video when we do get to come back out. But I hope you guys sort of all enjoyed it, and yeah, until next time from me and Stumpy, see you soon.